Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. Thank you for joining me today on another adventure. It's a really lovely day today and I'm out on an incredible field which the long-term subscribers of the channel, I'm sure you'll be aware of what this is. I used to go on this a hell of a lot. Haven't been on it for about 8 months, and that is because it was ploughed, regrassed, and then it was like over the winter time, so couldn't get on it because it was sort of like muddy grass, and obviously wanted time for it to settle. And then there's been animals on it, and we're now in lambing season, so struggling for fields to go on, but this one is free, and that is the Gold Stater field. So in, I think it was June last year, I was lucky enough to find a Gold Stater just up there on that sort of hill area, 2,000 years old, absolutely incredible. And I've only spent about 3 hours on this field since finding that coin. So you can imagine my excitement today to get back on it. I'm going to go straight over there and have a little look about. Obviously it's been ploughed as well, so a little bit extra depth. And obviously now we know what incredible things are up on this field. So as always, please like, comment and subscribe, guys, and I will see you on the first hole. Okay, so obviously people that have been watching the channel recently would see that I've largely been on a ploughed sort of cropped field, but actually largely this permission is pasture and sort of like arable land where it gets ploughed very, very seldomly to be regrassed. And this one here, this field that I'm on at the moment, just happens to be one of the ones that's been regrassed. So it's a little bit of a change for me because I haven't been on a pasture field for a long time now, probably over most of winter, or certainly most of this year anyway. So it'd be interesting to see what sort of stuff we get up. Obviously different type of digging to be expected, but straight away, first item of the day is a little piece of lead. And like that field on the other side of the permission, we get a lot of lead up on this one as well. So really, really good sign of age and things. Nice little signal, and yeah, nice little find to start the day. Only been going about a minute. Okay, quite a nice high tone signal. That is something that we do get on this field in comparison to the one over the road. A really nice solid 6970. Definitely a coin contender, that's for sure. And unfortunately we're back to the joggy sort of camera because this permission is just so stony, and I have not missed this. And we actually had a load of rain last night, so this is relatively easy in comparison to what it's like in the summer sometimes, but can't complain because it's still somewhere to go on, which I know a lot of people struggle over the summer months. Oh, there we go, come on. But it's just a pain when like you're faced with rocks like that. I mean, yeah. Right, let's see if we can get this out. I'm hoping it is going to be a little coin. Do get quite a lot of coins off on this field. And again, it's just getting used to going to pasture. I don't want to damage anything again. Whereas before, obviously, it was fairly easy just to dig. It's going to take a bit of getting used to again, I think. But yeah, it's just, don't want to damage anything again. I've done that a few times and, just getting frustrated with wanting to get something out the hole. And, oh, we're out. Do you know what? We're onto a little silver, I think. On a live dig as well. Brilliant. Oh, excellent. I think. Oh, let's not drop it. I think that might be a milled one. Oh, is it going to be George III? That is looking like one of his coins. That's looking like one of his sort of the shield back coins. See if you're going to be a sixpence. Probably by its size, it's going to be a sixpence. Let's just still haven't got the water in a good spot. Let's just turn a little bit out the sun. I reckon this is going to be, let's have a guess, like an 18, 15. It is, it's George III. Oh, brilliant. It's not in the greatest of conditions, I'll give it that. But it's a silver coin on a live dig, which is absolutely awesome. I'll tell you what, a bit of lemon juice and that will come up lovely. Let me just give it a wipe with a towel and give it a bit of a better clean for you. And we'll see if we can see that date. Okay, so there he is. just make out the date at the bottom, 1818. I can't remember what I said now. I think I might have said 1812. But yeah, definitely didn't say 1818. So I was wrong about that. But it is a George III. I believe that is a sixpence. Has seen better days, but again, with a bit of lemon juice, I'm sure that will come up really, really nice. And I think that was my third hole of the day. I had a button in between that lead and then this. So really promising. Really, really promising start. Absolutely love these coins. And yeah, really, really good to find nice and early. See what else we can get. Okay, so another little item has just come out of the ground. Really solid 20 signal on the VDI. And that there, ladies and gents, is a 1700s to 1800s clog clasp. So this would have been used to essentially fasten shoes or clogs around that sort of period of time. This one is actually intact, which is really, really nice. And yeah, again, gone back another sort of 250 years at least, which is excellent. Okay, I'm in a very familiar spot, getting close to where I found that 2,000-year-old coin. I don't think this is going to be one of those, unless there's a few of them together, because quite a high tone, but it's a really solid 72, 73. So let's have a little look as to what this might be. A little bit easier to dig there, although I've probably just not hit the stones. It's the trouble, it's just so stony. And I think that's why I sometimes miss a lot of stuff, because I end up moving my spade to avoid a stone, and then in turn obviously moving where the target actually was. So let's have a little look. Oh. So it's not as great from that sort of angle. Might just be on its side though, so let's go and have a little look. See what this might be. Hopefully it is a coin, or a little buckle maybe. Could be a buckle actually. It's looking like I've missed it again completely. And I do use the pinpoint feature sometimes on the manticore, but as I say, I think it's more down to me just moving where I'm digging, because it's so stony sometimes. And then I forget where I've pinpointed. Hopefully we're out. Where is it? So I've really missed it, haven't I? It's right down in there. Oh, Jesus. It's going to be a big tin can at this rate. That's the other thing. Sometimes when you miss a target, it is because it's genuinely like a piece of rubbish or something. And then this is what happened. I think I can feel something quite big there. It might be a big can, you know. Oh, hopefully it's not. Let's have a look. Oh, it really is down in there, isn't it? Oh, there goes my detector. It's not. We have actually found it. Sorry about that. It took a lot longer than I was expecting, but there it is. So that there, I believe, is a horse harness plate. So it would have attached to some sort of like harness on the reins or around that sort of area. And you can see there's the attachments. And quite often there might have been some sort of sigil on there, but again, not on there because of the acidic soil. But again, another nice little find, and straight away again we're probably back 200 years, which is funny because I think pretty much everything we've had up so far has been about 200 years old. So let's see if we can find some older bits. Okay, so I've got a little mud clod. I am not sure whether it is going to be a button or something like a hammered coin. It's wafer thin, and it's definitely got that sort of look to it, but it also looks a little bit sort of coppery. So I'm going to do a little bit of an unveiling together, hoping it is going to be something interesting. The sun is putting a bit of a damper on the screen. I think it is a button, isn't it? Yeah, I can see a shank at the back there. Let's see if there's any detail. Don't think so. Okay, well, that's a shame. It is a button. I think that is my third or fourth of the day. This would have been, I think, the first one you've seen. But yeah, I wanted to do a reveal with you just in case it was something spectacular. But it is a button. Yeah, we will find many of those today, no doubt. Okay, nice signal, 50, high 50s, well 55 to 58, really nice sounding signal. Again, I'm still sort of circling that area where I had the last stator up. I don't think it was quite as high as these numbers, but I'm pretty excited about digging this one. Equally, as I said at that particular time when I found it, it could be a musket ball, but it does tend to dip below that line, as I always say. So, doesn't sound great now. Although it's definitely dipping below that line now, so more than likely this is going to be musket ball or a big old piece of lead. Nope, it's a tiny. What on? Is that a button? Oh my god, it is. That is a little tiny button. And I would say, given its output, that's got to be pretty much 100% copper. Yeah, so, okay, that's fooled me for sure. I thought that was definitely going to be lead, but yeah, again, another little button. I think that's actually 3 out of 3 for me on the last 3 holes, so yeah, in a bit of a hot spot for where people were, that's for sure. This one nearly blew my ears off. It's a funny old line on the manticore. I reckon that could be a coin right on the surface. I don't think we're going to have to dig very deep at all. Or it could be a big can. Let's wait and see. I reckon this is going to be a big copper coin. Probably really crusty. But okay, it's just dropped down to a 70, but we are out. Could it be? Could it be copper coin? It was right on the surface, wasn't it? Oh, is that it there? Yeah. Quiet you. So this is I think this is actually like off some sort of artillery shell. You can see there like the dial. I think that's what it is. Do find a fair bit of this on the permission, and again, it never sort of gives that nice ring like a coin, which is why I was a little bit sort of skeptical. But yeah, you can see there's some numbers coming through, which is cool. Always nice to see some detail, no matter what it is. But yeah, it often throws the manticore a little bit with this sort of squiggle and high-pitched tone. But yeah, that's definitely a good ½ ounce for the weigh-in. Another little interesting find's just come up. This is a lump of bronze, pretty heavy, rang in at a 48, and I'm thinking maybe it's a bit of a pot leg. Whatever it is, it's obviously broken off there. But given the location that we're in, that could be very, very old, possibly all the way back to 2,000 years, judging by what we have found on this field before. But it's so difficult to say or tell. So just trying to see if there's any markings coming through. It doesn't look like there is at the moment. But yeah, if you know what that may be, then please comment below. So I'm just trying to get you in the right light. The sun is right behind me, so sorry, right in front of me. So hopefully you can see that. Really nice signal again, promising numbers. Let's hope. You know, like the likelihood of this actually coming today is extremely, extremely unlikely. But it's just like the hope in this hobby, isn't it? You like look at something, you go back to an area, and you're like, oh, just what if? You know, even like looking back on that video, if I like watch the clip of myself sort of finding that stator, even now gives me like goosebumps. Oh, he fell over. So dig a nice big wide hole. This is probably more likely to be the musket ball that I thought it was at the time, but you never know. I've got to do it live. I'm so lucky and glad that I did it on a live last time. Just bang smack in the middle. Stop that from beeping, which is good. Let's dig around it nice and gently. I suppose the good thing about these other fields, and it's a nice sort of problem to have, I suppose, on the other one, but definitely going to find sort of like less hammers and stuff, so you might see a little bit more of a variety. But there it is. So I think we've probably got ourselves a coin. Not the gold state we're looking for, but it is a coin. So yeah, you'll probably see a bit more of a variety of stuff, because over there on the other side, if you go back and watch the last few videos, like last 8-10 videos, they've been on just an incredible field. But it's just, I appreciate it probably gets a little bit boring just sort of looking at hammered coin after hammered coin after hammered coin. I mean, it's spectacular finding it, I absolutely love it, but it is nice to find some different things, and that field is loaded with pretty much hammered coins and lead, amongst some other incredible things. But yeah, nice to change it up and a little bit of a change of scenery. That there is definitely a coin, copper one. I think that's probably the side of Britannia, and that would have been where the monarch is, but can't tell who it is. Judging by how thin it is, it's probably going to be an early one. But yeah, it's our first copper coin of the day, and hopefully we can get some more. Okay, it could be on back-to-back coins here. Really, really nice signal. It might actually be a silver coin. Nice if it's another George III. Double whammy in the video. Do find a lot of George III coins up on this field, actually. I think it was obviously a very busy place here 200 years ago for whatever reason. But yeah, I mean, to be fair, all the fields are pretty busy, but there's a select few that are just busier than others. Now, debating this now. It's probably, oh look, I can see a jaw or something there. Oh, sorry, easily distracted. Look at that. Little teeth on that. I don't want to touch it because I'm going to have my lunch in a minute, but easily distracted. Sorry about that. Right, back to it. Not sure what that's going to be. Probably the jaw of a sheep, maybe. There was a dead fox in this field when I walked in. Oh, we're out, aren't we? Forgot about that. Duh. Easily distracted. All right. Oh, I'll tell you what, that might be... it's got some iron in it. That's why it was maybe a little bit jumpy on that last bit. You can see there's some iron. What is that then? What is this? Is it a buckle? Is it iron? Yeah, there's definitely some iron. Maybe there's... I think it's... yeah, I think that's probably got a hole there. I think I know what that is, but I can't think of the name of it. I think that's probably... it's not particularly old. I'm pretty certain of that. I can't think of what the name is. Oh, I do know. I can't think. But yeah, it's probably just going to be a bit of weigh-in scrap, to be honest with you. But yeah, interesting. I'm sorry, you know it's going to be a thing now. But these numbers, I have to just dig on this field live, just in case. Just in case it is something good. I'm going to stop for some lunch in a minute. Unfortunately, I've just actually found the body, I think, of that jaw that I just saw. And there's a baby lamb, unfortunately, that hasn't made it, which is a shame. I guess that's the good thing about detectorists. If you do see something out and about what that is like ill and things, you can always let the farmer know. And I think that's probably a good little tip if you want to get permission and things. You know, say that you'll be those eyes and ears sort of thing out and about, because there's been a few times where, you know, I've called a farmer and said, you know, sheep are escaping, or you've got a hole in this fence here, or whichever. It just, I think they, you know, they appreciate it for sure. Right, that is our item there. It's looking like some sort of rivet, or it's got a thread on it. Yeah, not what we're looking for, unfortunately, but we keep going. Now, this was a coin I very nearly didn't show, and the reason being is because it's that pinky sort of red colour, like we get over here in the UK with a modern coin. However, it is a fairly modern coin. It's an American one, though. You can see there the Indian head, and then on this side here, at the very top, United States of America, and it's a 5 cent. And that is awesome. Really, really cool. I'm going to have a little look in just a second for a date on it. I'm not sure where it would be. I'm wondering whether it would be on this edge, but it's quite warm. But yeah, what are the chances of finding that over here? Really, really nice. Have had a barber dime up in this field, which had a little hole just down here by the neck. But yeah, this is a little bit of a way away from that, so really nice, awesome little coin to find. Okay, so first signal after lunch. Oh, where's it gone? There it is. A little bit of a scratchy 47, 48, but there's a big stone just there, so that might be throwing the signal off a little bit. But that's around those numbers. And there's a couple of big clouds overhead, so I'm hoping it isn't going to absolutely dump on me in a minute. But it is probably going to be a bit welcomed, actually, some rain on this field, because it is hard to dig, really hard to dig. And I really try and do as many live digs as I can for you, because I think that's the best way of showcasing what you're finding. But as the summer months go on, unfortunately, they will become less and less, because it takes a long old time. Still in the hole. Let's go down without risking damaging anything. Right, well, we're on target for it, which is always good. Let's pop this out. Yeah, I can see it there. Yeah, so that's our second one of the day. I don't think I showed you the first one, but yeah, musket ball once again. You can see there I've actually just dinged that a little bit whilst I was getting out of my trowel, but musket ball, loads of these over this side of the permission in particular. There's definitely some sort of camp going on in the field to my right. There's just absolutely tons in there. You could dig up 15, 20 in a session, no problem. So yeah, musket ball, about 300 years old. Okay, so another interesting little find, and could be one of many things, but two of the things that I think this could be is either some sort of trade weight, got slightly bent, but it's fairly spherical. Could be a very old one. That's why it's, you know, just not sort of like so uniform. And then the other thing it could be is probably a child's palm guard, I would suggest. I mean, that's it in my hand. So palm guards are what they sort of say. They were typically made of lead all the way back to like the Roman sort of period, and even before that really. And they were used to protect the palm of the hand when workers were using their hands to make or stitch like leather together, or, you know, bits of materials and things like that with these big needles that they obviously have, that we don't have the luxury of, or they didn't have the luxury of having what we have today in a sewing machine. So yeah, potentially a small palm guard, or some sort of trade weight or something else. Let me know what you think that could be. So I was thinking to myself today, I would love to get a little piece that's going to go nicely in the display cabinet, and I actually think we might have found it. I'm putting good money on this being a beehive thimble. It's got the right size to it. It's pretty chunky. Rang in at a 70 to 80. It was a little bit jumpy. I actually thought it was going to be a coin, but again, it was so stony I didn't want to film it live for you, because it just would have been jumping all over the place. But now it is out the hole, it's looking like it's actually a complete thimble, which is just so rare to find. Again, this is probably at the very least 100 years old, but probably a lot more. So Christ knows how many times this field has been ploughed since then. So for all the buttons and things that get cracked and smashed and things, this has made it, and looks like it is damage free. I'm not sure whether I'm going to be able to clean it. I think that might actually be a stone in there. Don't want to sort of go too vigorously with it in the field and give it a proper clean when I'm home, but that there, you can see it would have fit on my finger. So typically these were a lot smaller back in the day, because people were smaller, people's fingers were smaller. So this is probably more of a modern one, as I say, in the last 100 years, 150 years. But really nice beehive thimble. See there? That is awesome. Really nice. I think other than our second hole of the day, this is probably the next best signal. Got real potential with this one. Really nice and clean. Sounds brilliant. Just loads of stones. Okay, this is our probably most promising signal of the day, other than the first one that we had with the George III sixpence. Yeah, this is a really nice sounding signal. I really like the number 60 on the Manticore. Plenty of big hammered coins up around that number, so let's hope that that is a sign of things to hopefully come out of this hole. We shall see though. We've probably only got about half an hour left before I need to start thinking about heading off. So let's make the most of it. Not really changed. Either that, or quite often you can get some buckles up around these sort of numbers. So let's see what we can do. See if we can... I've missed it slightly. It doesn't matter as long as I don't hit it with the trowel, whatever it is. It's a really nice sound though. Nice tone, nice good numbers on the Manticore. Let's try and get round and underneath. Right, hopefully that should have wedged whatever it is free, and we've got ourselves a coin. Is it a coin? No, it's a button. It's a button. Oh, I've had so many of these up today. That is, well, that's a tease. That really is a tease. It's got the shank though, which is always nice. But yeah, it's a big old chunky copper button. See, it's a right fat one. Not sure how many buttons I've had up today now, probably 10. I'll show you at the end, but yeah, that was certainly the highest VDI output for that one. Oh well, keep going. Okay, now going with the theme of today, everything is going to tell me that this is a button. If I can just get it to focus. There we go. However, we might be onto a coin. I'm just waiting for there to be a little shank behind here. This rang in at a 50. Well, there's no shank that side, which is a good sign. Is there a little one peeping through this side? Oh, I think there might have been. There might have been. I think that might be one there actually. The imprint of one. Is that a coin? It's got the feel of a coin, not the numbers of a coin on VDI. And yeah, the look on the back of a button for definite. So not a coin unfortunately, but another little find to add to the finds pouch. Getting on to the last couple of signals of the day now, but we're going to hopefully end on a coin for one of them. 75. It's a little bit easier to dig down this part of the field. I'm sort of just on my way back, heading home. And all the stones seem to have accumulated the other side of the field, so perhaps I should have stuck here for the day, but still not brilliant. But I'm going to stop moaning now about the field. I'm conscious that I've done it probably a lot in today's video. Right, we're out though, which is good, and it's still a 73. Ooh, look at that. Hang on, let me just keep that quiet. I think we might be on silver, guys. Hopefully you can just see that. Let me just zoom in. I'm not trying to do this with one hand. Just there. That looks very silvery to me. It's going to be a button, isn't it? It's going to be a button. Oh, it's not even a button. It's one of those... Oh, I don't believe it. It's not even a button. It's one of those stupid... Oh, can't even remember what they're blooming called now, but that is not silver. Oh, that scared me for a second. I thought we were going to end on a silver. Right, there's still some holes left for sure. Still got a good 300 meters to walk, but that was a tease. Okay, slightly different VDI. I'm just downstream of that last little silvery item, but I'm pretty confident this one will be a coin. This is an 85, much nicer sound to it. So let's see what we can get. I had a Queen Victoria silver shilling up, I think it was 85 a few weeks back, and then shortly after followed by a gold sovereign, or gold guinea, which was amazing, absolutely phenomenal. So don't get too many big ones up. I'm sure this is probably going to be a copper coin, but you never know. You never ever know with this hobby. Dig up all sorts of stuff. Really consistent numbers though. Let's have a look. Okay, so it's in the side somewhere. Let's move that. Just here. Let's see if we can... Oh, I can see something red. That's never a good sign, is it? That normally means it's going to be a shotgun cap or a modern coin that's gone a bit red in the soil. So hopefully it's not... Oh, look at that. Look at that. That is a big old coin. There's the imprint for you. Oh, it just broke off in my hand. Sorry about that. That's annoying. But there it is. Absolute monster of a coin. Who is it going to be? Hopefully we can get some detail off. It'd be really nice if we can. It's just such a shame the soil is always so destructive. Let's have a look. Tell you what, I might just give that a little bit of a clean off camera. It's a really big old coin though. Let me have a little clean and I'll get straight back to you. Okay, so there you can see, hopefully, Britannia seated on that side. And the face is beginning to wear away, but hopefully you can just make out a head there looking to the left. And that is our friend George VI. And I think that's probably going to be a big 1 penny. It's a big old coin, really, really chunky. And a really nice welcome sight towards the end of the day. I think that's our second copper coin. Obviously with the George III silver sixpence. But yeah, that's really, really nice. Okay everyone, so there it is, the fines pouch. The button's slightly fallen down. Just a few of the ones that I've got today. Absolutely tons of them. Just want to show you different varieties. Had this sort of goldy coloured one up not long ago. That did give me a little bit of a scare. Nearly got the camera out for that, but it is just a plain button. Musket balls, as always, 3 of those today. That's actually probably about average in fairness. Got that lovely beehive thimble, which is definitely, I think, going to go in a display case once it's got a bit of wax on it. That will come up hopefully really, really lovely. And then we move on to, we've got the horse sort of bucket, the horse pendant thing. I can't get my words out. Normally would have had the sigil on, as I say, but this one is pretty plain. We had a little clog clasp at the very beginning as well, which was really, really nice to see. And then, of course, we had some coins. George VI, not sure about this one. And this one here, originally I said it's actually a button, but I think it is actually a coin, possibly turned into a token. But again, I can't quite work out who it would have been before it was turned into a token. Then we had this lovely thing up, American 5 cents, Indian head. Really, really nice. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure they did these in silver, but I'm not sure when it would have changed over to presumably Cooper nickel. But obviously that's what that is. But a bucket lister for me. Haven't had one of those before. And then our second haul of the day was this lovely George III. I think it's a sixpence. Judging by its size, it's pretty small. But yeah, lovely little fines table. Really, really good bits. And yeah, chuff with that. Okay everyone, thank you very much for watching today's video. A little bit different, being out on a different field. Obviously dug far less holes because of the fact it's more on a pasture, and we've got to make sure that those plugs are nice and neat and put them back. Whereas that other field, because it's obviously being reploughed, it doesn't really matter. And obviously it's just easier to dig. So naturally dig more targets, find more stuff. But I've had a really good day today. Can't complain about that. Obviously did go over to the gold stator area where I had the one up in June last year. Obviously didn't find anything today. Not to say that walking at it from a different angle or, you know, different weather conditions, might be able to pick something up over there, but nothing today, unfortunately. I was hunting for it. I was actually absolutely itching for the last few months to get over there and have another little dig around, but nothing today. So yeah, not sure where I'm going to be next. There is a field behind me that's been ploughed, but I think it might have already been seeded with grass, so I won't be able to go on that. But who knows where we'll end up. Anyway, I'm waffling, and I really hope that you enjoyed the video. If you did, please consider liking. It just helps it boost the algorithm and helps me reach my goal of 2,000 subscribers by the middle of summer. So about 200 away from that now, and your support always means a lot. So thank you guys, and have a very good week.